Hello, hello, and happy Thursday. Welcome to Morning Pulse, your top local headlines in a short, quick format right here on our digital desk for KTTC. I'm Kelsey Marier, your host and producer. Every weekday morning, I bring you these top headlines just to make sure you know what's going on in your community and that you can go about the rest of your day without having to watch a full newscast or take a whole lot of time to get the headlines and the news that you need. So we have several stories today, kind of all over the map, things that are affecting people in Rochester, in North Iowa, people in greater Minnesota as well. So just a couple of things to put on your radar for our day today, and then you can get back to what you are doing, work, school, or whatever is on your schedule on this Thursday. All right, we'll get right to our first story. Kind of something that has to do with the Rochester community, but also is coming out of greater Minnesota. So we're talking about this plea for help that police in the northwest Twin Cities suburb of Brooklyn Park are actually asking for. They're currently searching for an endangered missing woman. Her last known location was in Rochester. So Brooklyn Park, if you're unaware, in the Twin Cities, that's actually kind of my old stomping grounds where I grew up, that area. It's about an hour and a half from Rochester. Well, this woman on your screen, Jean Bainham, she's 65 years old, is missing, and her last known location was in Rochester. Apparently, she's been trying to get to Iowa as well. That's what authorities kind of know right now. So what we know is that this woman was last seen on January 15th, so several months ago at this point. She was last seen at a bus stop in the city of Brooklyn Park. Again, that's about an hour and a half north of here into the Twin Cities. You can see her photo right here on your screen, what she kind of looks like now. According to the Minnesota BCA, she does have some mental health issues that might affect some of her decision-making abilities, which is why this is an endangered missing woman alert that we're bringing you. The agency also says there's not any signs that she has any of her prescription medications with her, which also can be a problem in this situation. So family members say that they're kind of concerned for her safety, her well-being. They haven't heard from her or had any contact with her for that long period of time, since early January or mid-January, you could say. So if you have seen this woman, again, her name is Jean Bainham. Her photo is on your screen, 65 years old. If you've seen her or know where she may be, again, last known location was in Rochester, but there is information that may suggest she is trying to get to Iowa. Please contact the Brooklyn Park Police Department. We do have that department's contact information on our website, KTTC.com. There's a phone number right there. So just keep your eyes open if you're in this area or in the North Iowa area. Keep your eyes peeled for this woman. Any kind of tips help. So that will be helpful for the Brooklyn Park Police Department. Our next story is something that's actually happening today. We want to keep you in the loop about the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce inviting local lawmakers to kind of talk about what's happened so far in the Minnesota legislative session. We know that's been going on for several months too up in St. Paul. They're also going to talk about what's kind of left to accomplish in the session, which is supposed to end in just about a month, May 19th. The Chamber of Commerce and local lawmakers will also be talking about kind of the issues impacting local businesses here and organizations as well. So we do know that those lawmakers that are going to be here for this conversation in Rochester today include Senator Carla Nelson and then Representatives Steve Jacob, Tina Liebling, and Andy Smith. All of those lawmakers represent Rochester. So they're all going to be here at this annual legislative update today. It is starting at 11:30, so we have just about 3 hours before that starts, and it's taking place at the Hilton Rochester Mayo Clinic area hotel, which is in downtown Rochester. So that is just something we want to put on your radar, something that's happening today. We might get an update from that later in our newscast later, as well as on our website, kttc.com, to kind of see what they have to say about the session now and what's kind of left and on the table. All right, our third story, kind of in the same political field, if you will. We have learned today that a Rochester teacher says he wants to throw his name in the ring. He wants to represent Southern Minnesota in Washington, D.C. So today we have learned Mayo Clinic High School not Mayo Clinic High School, sorry, Mayo High School math teacher Jake Johnson, pictured here on your screen. He wants to challenge 1st District Congressman Brad Finstad in that race. So he's throwing his name in the ring for Minnesota's 1st Congressional District, officially announcing his campaign. What we know about him is Johnson grew up in Stewartville. He says his family lived in poverty, but he worked hard, and through that hard work and a strong education, he says he was able to kind of elevate himself into the middle class. We also know he has taught in the Rochester School District for 19 years. He's a member of his union's bargaining team. So that's just a little bit of background about Jake Johnson, again, a Mayo High School math teacher, putting up a challenge for Congressman Brad Finstad to represent Minnesota's 1st Congressional District in Washington, D.C. So because of this campaign announcement, the Olmsted County DFL is going to be hosting a meet and greet for Jake Johnson here. It's happening this Saturday from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. and that will be in the cafeteria at Mayo High School. So if you are interested and in the area and want to kind of maybe meet this new candidate, Jake Johnson, for the congressional district that represents all of southern Minnesota, you can go to this event. Again, this will be Saturday from 10 until 1 at Mayo High School's cafeteria. So that's something to put on your radar as well. And we do have all those details and more details about who he is on our website, kttc.com. And our final story, moving across the border into North Iowa, we are talking about the North Iowa STEM Festival today, something you could bring your whole family to. This is in Mason City. It is a free event. If you've never heard of this before, it has happened before. We've talked about this annually every year. And what we know is that this really is just kind of an engaging, hands-on activity event that has all those kinds of activities for kind of elementary school students, maybe kindergarten through 6th grade, and it really focuses on STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. A festival all about those things today. And the cool thing about this is it also kind of really helps introduce kids and their parents about the potential STEM careers that are right in the community of Mason City. So that's kind of cool, get a local feel of the careers and the potential jobs that these kids could aspire to have when they grow up. So if you're interested in going to this North Iowa STEM Festival, it is today from 4 until 7, and it is over at the North Iowa Area Community College Gymnasium. So NIAC there is where this is going to be hosted. So something to keep on your radar again for today. This is in Mason City, so that could be kind of a fun event to attend with your family. Maybe get the kids doing some work, some hands-on activities. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff going on during those 3 hours of that event. That's all the news that I actually have for you on this Thursday morning. However, I am going to mention that today is a first alert day for KTTC. That is because we are in the potential for some strong to severe weather later on today. So meteorologist Ted Schmidt was talking all about it this morning, about the potential for some strong winds, some strong storms, potentially some large hail happening in much of the southeastern part of Minnesota, as well as part of northeast Iowa. So that will be, I believe he said, right around the 6 o'clock hour, kind of after the evening rush hour commute, I guess, and through midnight. So just if you have any plans for the rest of your day, maybe take that into consideration. Maybe try to move your plans, or maybe just stay inside during those kind of last hours of the day, just because of the potential for those strong to severe storms. And we don't want anybody to be unsafe. And if you want to learn more about what the weather forecast is going to be, of course, download our free KTTC First Alert Weather app. All the information is right there. You got forecasts, up to date, hour by hour, and all the models and things. Our weather team does a really good job of making sure that that information is up to date for you, so that you know what's going on. We know that weather impacts basically everything that we do on a day-to-day basis, so we really appreciate our meteorologists bringing that information to us. We've had kind of just some casual spring days with a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain here and there, but this is kind of our first alert day in some time. So just be aware of the potential for those strong to severe storms later tonight. So, okay, that is all I have for you today. If you want to learn more about any of these things, go to our website, kttc.com, or our Facebook page. We have a First Alert weather page as well. You can find all of the details about all of that. Okay, I feel like I need to take a breath. I have so much information to give you guys today. Okay, well, I hope you have a good and safe rest of your Thursday. Thanks so much for always hanging out with me here. Hopefully this news is helpful and useful for you each and every day. All right, I'll see you right back here for a Finally Friday. Bye.